We lead the way.
This is the way.
We're not followers. We're leaders, right?
Yeah.
No, we follow. We follow behind.
We lead from behind.
We lead from behind. That's what it is.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. Dutch.
Jules.
Dylan.
And welcome to a special event here on Curiosity Public, wherein we are going to be tasting the entire lineup of the 2021 Elijah Craig Barrel Proof releases, the A batch, the B batch, and the C batch, and we're going to do them blind. So the A batch, the A121 clocks in at 61.8% alcohol, 123.6. Pretty proofy. The B batch, the much maligned B batch, clocks in at 59.1% or 118.2, one of the lowest batches I think ever. And then the C batch clocking in at 60%, 60.1, 120.2 proof. And
We've seen this story before, though.
I mean, we've reviewed the A. We released a review on that.
We did? I don't remember.
Who remembers anything? But, a lot of people like to say at the end of the year, which one was the best? But I kind of think it's kind of cool to see
Everyone does that.
What the best one of 2021 was. But I think we should also include C921 from last year because it was excellent.
Everyone also does that.
Yeah, everyone does that. But I think a lot of people really like the B521.
Okay.
So I think we should add that.
Wow. Of course we do this to ourselves.
We have to.
We have to.
Because just doing the 21, lame.
Tells you nothing.
Whatever.
Yes, it does.
But,
Tells you something.
I am very curious about B21 because, there's controversy, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of divided. But then the B20 and the C920.
So the C920 is 66.4%, 132.
People really like that one.
And the B was
the
what?
B was 63.6%.
So I remember, for me, it was kind of a toss-up between the B and the C from 2020. Those were excellent ones, I thought. I don't feel like any of the 21s really stood out compared to those. So this will be really interesting if I end up picking one of the 21s. I think this is going to just be for fun for me because I have nothing invested in it. I don't care.
I have not tried the C921, so I don't even know what this tastes like. I haven't had the B520 either.
Yeah, you have. I
don't think so.
I'm pretty sure you've had it.
Maybe I did, but I don't remember.
I have it. A lot.
Yeah, you've tried it
lately.
A lot, right?
It's a good one.
It's the one I have for our podcast.
Right.
Yeah, if you guys listen to our podcast, that's all Jules
So we'll
drinks.
see.
So we're going to get this poured, and we'll be back in a minute or two.
This will take more than a minute. You mean Dylan's gone?
All four. And what's up, everybody? My name's Dutch, and welcome to the Dutch Show. I'm now going to pour these bourbon. We're back.
We're back, Jack.
We've got them all poured. We've got a blue, an orange, a yellow, a green, and a red. And we're going to taste them and blow out our palates.
Taste off.
And try to figure out which one is the best. I don't even think it's worth guessing, quite frankly, because
I'm not going to be able to.
It doesn't make any sense. I think let's pick our favorite.
Right. And least.
And our least
maybe?
favorite. Maybe we just rank them.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're just going to rank them, okay?
All right.
All right, guys, get to work.
Oh.
We took our time, we tasted through them, we nosed them, we tasted them, and I believe we've all got them in order of what we think is best to worst, right?
Yeah, that's how I ranked them. what I like the most.
Do you have a guess? I guess I have a guess for what my top 2 might be.
No.
I have a guess for what my first place might be. Do you guys have guesses?
No.
Yeah, I wrote down all my guesses.
Oh, I don't have any guesses except for my final.
Oh, okay.
The goal here is just to figure out what the best and the worst really are. So why don't we just first talk about the nose? How about that?
Sure.
All right. The nose was actually really easy for me. There was a cluster, the middle 3, the green, the yellow, and the orange, all smelled almost exactly the same to me, with the red and the blue excelling on the nose for me. Just full-bodied, everything you want. You know, I got the sugar, I got the sweet, I got the oaky, I got it all. I got the fruit. How about you guys?
Here's what happened to me. Red. So I started off with red, nosing it, and it was really enjoyable.
Yeah, red was one of my favorite ones.
Green.
Tannic.
I got not just tannic, but like the strong, like minty thing that blew me out for the rest. That I couldn't write notes for the remaining 3.
So red is your pick because of that?
Yeah. So red is my pick on the nose because everything else is flatlined.
All right, Dylan.
It's interesting, like how you clustered it. So for me, the red, green, and yellow were very quote unquote light. I felt like these presented kind of the flower component a little bit better. These at the end, the orange and the blue, were much more dark, heavy aromas like wood, molasses, dark jam, like rich, ripe, almost rotting fruits. That's what I'm getting with these orange and blue specifically.
Favorite on the nose?
If I were to pick my favorite would be blue, and my least favorite being the red.
Wow, how about you on the nose? On the nose.
On the nose.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go red is my favorite, and then least favorite is green because I could not figure out the other 3.
Yeah, I'm with you on the least favorite being the green. My favorite was either the blue or the red, which is really interesting. Because it's like, on the one hand, I picked Dylan's favorite, the blue, and I also picked his least favorite, the red. So I think the winner on the nose would be the blue, since you and I both picked it as a favorite.
Right.
I had 2 favorites.
I think it sounds like the least favorite is the green.
The green, because you and I both picked that as our least favorite. Okay, interesting start. Let's move on to the palate where it really counts. Who wants to go first?
I'll go. All right. So for me, this was hard because drinking high proof,
Everyone.
liquor one after the other, just
It's tough.
like
blows it out.
the finish. Basically
Doesn't finish.
Yeah, it doesn't finish, and then it leaks over to the
These are
tasting
useless,
of the other.
basically.
So, my strategy essentially is to try to jump back and forth and try to filter out
the noise.
the noise, and try to see what's consistent with each one. So what I ended up concluding was that the blue had that extra layer of jam and kind of the dark, rich flavors that I long for. And so this one really blue stood out. The orange was close second. I thought the green didn't have like the rich flavors. It was more flour. It was skewed more toward flour, but I felt like the balance was pretty good, enough that it kind of went as third, even though I felt like the yellow could have been a contender as well. So I would say that's third, yellow fourth, and then I thought red was the last and my least favorite in terms of the palate because it just was muted to me. It was just, it's like, relatively speaking. I mean, if I drank this on its own, it would be a different story. I'd say, well, you get the high proof, you get what you want. But if I were to compare, it's a very different analysis, and it wasn't able to stand up to kind of the bold flavors of these other ones.
Interesting.
So blue.
Was your winner?
Blue is my favorite.
Blue's the winner.
And the loser is red.
Wow.
Interesting. All right, Jules.
Yeah, here's why it gets fun. Because for me, red was my favorite one. Wow. Because, so the way I went through this was, so balance was the biggest thing for me to decipher. And it is basically because some would punch out more than others, and that, which was fine, but then at the same time, it's like, it got too overwhelming at times. So I just looked for one that was more pleasant for me to keep drinking. and stuff, and that's how I ended up approaching it. And so red ended up being that because it was the most muted and it felt the most balanced.
Wow.
For me.
Well, with this much noise, it's hard to draw those kinds of conclusions.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
but I mean that's why it's like the only way I could do it is just from like the bounce, like how it felt in my mouth, and then so blue though being second place for me.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's.
And then how about the rest?
And then so yellow ended up landing in the middle.
Third.
And then, third. And then green, number 4. And then orange, number 5.
Wow, it's completely so different.
Dang.
Well, and just in approach, too.
I don't know how we're going to draw any conclusions, guys.
Yeah, I don't think we have one. We should do it like with horse racing,
Weighted.
where like place.
Yeah.
Show, yeah.
So I had a really clear line right here, basically. So for me, the bottom two were clearly the red and the green.
Well, we have a conclusion then.
Yeah. So we know red is bottom.
Right, red is bottom.
Well, it was his favorite, though.
Yeah. But that's majority.
So how do you weight that, though?
Doesn't matter. You
against
got
one.
majority.
Okay, fine. All right. Those were clearly my least favorite, despite the fact that I liked the red on the nose. The green was really mellow. I have a sneaking suspicion that's the B521, but we can save the guessing for later. Yeah. These three clustered in my top. The yellow, the orange, and the blue. The orange I ended up knocking down, so I think the orange was third for me. So I went, when I finally arrived on numbers, red was fourth.
Okay.
Green was fifth, so green was worst, red was second worst. Third place went to orange, and then between the last two, the blue and the yellow, it was kind of a toss-up. I ultimately did pick yellow because I felt it was more balanced.
Wow.
Yellow was 1, blue was 2 for me.
So I think blue is the winner.
Blue was
the winner.
very close second for me. So I think,
Blue is second for me, so that must be.
so blue is the winner.
And I think we have a clear bottom because green was fourth for me and it
Last
was fifth
for me.
you. So
And it was third for Dylan.
Third for me.
yeah.
But see, Dylan and I both rated red really low.
Well, maybe we score.
So red is the lowest.
We
weight we average the score.
So by weight, I think green would be the worst because he rated red the highest.
Right. True.
So green is probably our lowest. And then the rest, who knows?
Can't wait for the
I'm not going to try to do the math.
Can't wait for the reveal.
Maybe
now.
somebody can post in the comments the weighted average after everything we've said.
Do the math for us.
Do you have a guess? Do you have any guesses?
I do. But I think it just kind of gets muddled if we were to write. I mean, like, I could tell you every single one. I just basically wrote it down.
Okay, well, let's go to the winner and the loser. So let's take green being the loser. Do you have a guess of what that is?
Yes, I picked A121.
Jules?
I don't have a guess.
You don't?
No, you have to guess. Just
guess?
pick
I don't
one.
have anything.
No, just
I didn't
pick.
even bother.
Who cares? Dude, your track record at guessing
you're
is
perfect.
fantastic.
No,
it's been
it's
like
just like
it's like 100%. You're batting
squirrel.
like 1,000. Hurry up. What do you
something.
pick? Just guess.
Wait, for which one? Red?
The green.
Oh, what green is? I don't know. I'll say C.
See what?
21.
Okay.
C921?
Okay.
I'm going to throw out B521.
For the green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so our winner was blue. Any guesses on what that might be?
Yeah, I picked B520.
Oh, interesting. What do you think?
No idea, but I'll do A on that one.
A120?
A120.
121.
Oh, 121, excuse me.
All right, I think
That's the only one we have.
I think it's B920.
Which one?
I'll say the one I like is B.
Wait, which one?
Sorry, C920.
no.
C920.
Okay.
The blue?
The
Blue is C920.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I thought
C920.
orange was C920.
I thought yellow was B520.
I thought yellow was C921.
And the rest I don't know. Should we find out what our winner and loser are?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's find the results here,
man,
guys. Moment of
This
truth.
is the best part.
All right, so
So,
our last place, green, was B521.
wow.
That's what I guess, baby.
Wow.
You got it.
So it is last place.
It is last place officially. Our should we just go through the others? So we we guessed. I guessed B520, which was my favorite. What did you think it was, Dylan?
C921.
It was C921.
Wow.
Got one. Bingo.
Well done.
Nicely done.
Red, which was your favorite and one of my worsts. Red, do you have a guess?
Yeah, I said it was B520.
I picked B521. But so that's wrong.
That's wrong. I didn't even guess. It's A121.
So it must have been A121.
Yeah, A121.
Oh, I suppose.
Orange, which was my third place, and I think everybody's kind of in the middle, right?
Yeah, well, no, mine was bottom.
Mine was second.
Do you have a guess?
I picked C920.
So that was my third place, was orange, which was B520.
Wow.
Okay.
So not even close. So the blue, our winner,
Wow.
It must be C920.
C920.
Oh, see, look. I wrote higher proof on the orange and blue. That's what I tasted. And then the green was the next higher proof.
That's what I guessed, C920.
And then the
Nice
lower
job,
proof
dude.
was the
You
yellow.
win.
I got the winner and the loser right.
You got it, yeah.
Dang.
Well
I just needed
done,
to flip
Dutch.
this.
Well, that didn't make any sense to anybody watching, probably. But, all I think we should draw from that is that I knew which one was the winner and which one was the loser. Our winner,
So Dutch wins.
C920.
C920.
Our loser, B521. I think we basically proved what Whiskey Tube and the whiskey community has been saying for the past year and a half anyway, which is that
We aligned.
C920 was the best. And B520 was the worst. A lot of people really loved the B520.
Right.
Also.
I only have backups of the C920, so I guess I did the right thing.
Yeah, well, B520 it was the orange, and that wasn't my top three. So
Wow.
you definitely didn't like it. And that's the one you've been drinking, the most.
Hilarious.
How did you rate orange, Dylan? The B520.
Second.
Okay, so you and I both had that in the top echelon. So yeah, interesting, guys.
Yeah, blue and orange, I just had 1 and 2.
Ultimately, I don't know what you can take away from this. This is 3 random people giving you our assessment of drinking 5 high-proof bourbons back to back to back to back to back, which is a really hard thing to do, and writing chicken scratching on a piece of paper, trying to make sense of it. But if you want to try to make sense of it, basically take home that C920 is probably the best batch of the past 5 batches, according to us. I don't think you can draw any conclusions, really.
I like C920.
I like C920 as well. I like them all, quite frankly. And these are excellent bourbons.
What
at an
does it
excellent
matter?
price.
Just pick it up if you like high proof, Elijah Craig 12 year, man. This is great.
All right, Jules, take us out.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Just let us know how you feel. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help our channel out, please consider joining Curiosity Private, which is our membership program here on YouTube. We are also on Patreon, and we are selling t-shirts. Links will be in the description down below. Check out our podcast and all the major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious. You want to make a blend?
That's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
blend my 3 favorite.
I'm gonna do 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna do the green because I think it'll work.
I'm going to do...
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to start with the yellow as my base.
Look how beautiful that color is, though, man. Dang.
And I'm going to add a little
Beautiful.
orange. Funny thing is like in my memory, I really remember liking the B520.
It's not bad. My blend.
Let me see how my blend is. Oh, look at the color.
Not as dark, I think, as Dylan's.
Oh, man.
Look at mine, though. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. It's like black.
It's not bad. That palate's completely blown out.
Exactly.
I have no idea what it tastes like.
Try it. Mine's awesome.
Mine's awesome. Let me see.
Just blown.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Time to blow.
Time to blow.
Try it out, dude.
Dude, why did we even record all 3?
It's better balance. We don't even use it.
We didn't even use this one.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Not film.